Okay, so following on from Boyle's law, which was, as you remember, the relationship between pressure and volume of a gas at a fixed mass and at a fixed temperature, we're going to investigate what's often called the pressure law, or is actually sometimes called the Gay-Lussac law, after the person who discovered it. And that is about the relationship between temperature and pressure for a fixed mass of gas, so we've got to keep that the same, at a fixed volume. And this uses this thing. It's called a Jolly bulb or a Joly bulb. I never know quite how it's pronounced because I'm probably one of the only people I've heard say it. So I could be wrong. And what it is a fixed tube of gas hooked up to a pressure sensor. And so at the moment, hopefully what we can see is that it is reading just under 1.0, which is the same thing. That's basically atmospheric pressure, so 100,000 pascals. There is a little red dial that you can see. That is pounds per square inch, which is an old imperial unit. It's not quite calibrated perfectly because it's not reading 1. It should read 1, actually slightly over 1. So these things can be slightly unhelpful in terms of, you know, these old ones. But what's brilliant is we can immerse it in water at different temperatures, take the temperature, and we can deal with that. What's lovely, however, is that we now have these. And these are the same thing, but digital. It's a digital Jolly bulb. So we have the same thing, but instead of having to worry about an analog data, we've got something that is going to tell us the pressure. Oh, it is maybe just under 1, the 99.2. The pressure digitally, which makes it a lot quicker to do this experiment. So I have a reading which is 99.2 for air pressure, and, you know, so pressure as it is at this point in time. And so it becomes a thing of immerse it at different temperatures. Now, what's the easiest way to do that? Well, what is currently boiling here, it's not quite reaching boiling because it's quite hot, is a kettle. So the easiest thing to do is to immerse it in different temperatures. Stick the thermometer in so that you get a reading of the temperature, and hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a surprise to you to see that the pressure has increased. So we're now at 122.1.2 and kettle's boiling again, and we are at a temperature at this point in time of around about 75 degrees. So much like with the Boyle's law one, I'm going to take several different readings at several different temperatures. I'm not just going to use hot water. I'll also use ice to get temperatures below room temperature, and we're going to use that to see the how the pressure changes with temperature and uncover what's known as the pressure law. And there we go.